Okay, I'm going to review the DJI Osmo Mobile today. Got it a couple of days ago, but I've been waiting for some decent weather to get out and filming, but I forgot I live in Manchester in the UK. We don't get good weather. I think there was one time in 1974, but before my time. So this is it. It's the gimbal. Although if you go in a shop and ask for a gimbal, most people don't know what you're talking about. I got this online actually for £213, which was a brilliant deal. It's the cheapest I've seen it anywhere, and I'll put a link to where I got it from below. It's not an affiliate link, I won't make any money out of it, but hopefully you'll save a bit of money with it. First thing to say, I mean, this is how it comes out the box. It's all built, ready to go. You just have to charge it before you use it. Also, you have to install the app on your phone. Now, let me tell you a little bit about that. Hide my pin. You launch the app and it goes into this mode where it says Inspire One RAW, and you can pick them from the different options, and you'll notice there's no Osmo there. I uninstalled it, reinstalled it, installed a different version. There's another version for higher end drones, and I really was confused. It took me a while to work it out. You have to swipe across. Once you've done that, you've got the Osmo there, select Osmo Mobile and connect to your device. Now, you've got to put it in before you turn it on, and then you tighten up the clamp at the back. Now, don't do it too tight because it will knock your buttons, and it's got a good lip on it either side, so it's not going to come out. It's very secure in there. Just get it till it's tight enough but not touching the buttons and it doesn't slide. Once you've done that, turn it on. You'll see it resets itself, and then click connect your device. It'll come up there, Osmo, and then some huge number, and then you're connected. Comes into its own software here, its own camera software. Doesn't use the standard camera one, which is a bit of a pain because when you store the pictures, whether you store it to the phone memory or the memory card, it creates a directory which is above the one that you get access to on your phone normally. So if you don't have root access or a way of getting to the bare files on your phone, it can be quite difficult to retrieve them. I will show you later on how I do that. It does use other software that I've had to buy, but I'm sure you can get free software that will do it as well. I've got to say, I'm not very impressed with the way you get the pictures from here onto your computer. The other option is to take the memory card out and put your memory card into your computer if you've got a slot. Probably just as fast, to be honest, as using the software. But overall, the camera software is great. It's just extracting the pictures from the phone to the PC that's a problem. I hope they can sort that out in a software update at some point, because that is definitely a down mark for it. As you can see, once it's on, you've got 3 buttons on the front here. Record, and if you hit that, it'll instantly start recording a video. Snap, that'll instantly snap a picture, and depending on what mode you're in as well, if you're in different modes, it'll automatically do it in that mode. And this is the thumb joystick. Very good. Left, right, up and down controls on it. And you've also got, if you just move it a little bit, a really slow panning movement. Very good actually, very impressed with that. That's good. And you've got a trigger on the front as well, which if you hit it 2 times, it'll centralise the camera back. If you hit it 3 times, it'll switch from the front camera to the back camera, and if you press it once, well, if you without pressing the trigger at all, if you move it around wherever you want to put it, and it'll stay there. But if you do it with the trigger pressed, you can move it to where you want and it'll automatically come back to that resting point that you had it when you first pressed it. So that's another good feature there. Happy with that. I've taken it out in the field, as I say. Wasn't the best weather, but I've done that, and here's a look at that now. I went down to the woodlands near me, and did it on very uneven ground, walking along and going up and down very awkward steps actually, and show with and without the gimbal, and you can see the difference. So have a look at this. This is the in-field test. Okay, so we're just going to go up the steps now, and we'll see how smooth the footage is as it goes. Switch it to the other camera, hang on. Okay, so this is walking up the steps with the gimbal. And I've just stumbled as well, I don't know if it picked that up. And then back down. And now we'll do it again without the gimbal and just see the difference. Okay, so this is without. Stumbled in the same place again. There's one big step there. The other thing I'm noticing is my hand tips forwards and backwards, which you don't pick that up on with the gimbal stick. We'll go back down again. Another feature is facial recognition, or it can identify other objects as well. But as I move around now, the camera will actively search for my face and reorientate back to the correct position. So even as I'm walking along here, if my hand twists or we go slightly out of focus or whatever, it retracts that and brings it back into alignment like that. It's a really good feature actually, I like that. Useful for me. I do a bit of ghost hunting, and as I'm normally going around with just a crappy selfie stick, I'm often losing my face from the shot and everything, so really good feature that, I like it. We'll just have a pan around now with the river. Very smooth, very nice. And the same again without the gimbal. Not as smooth. So as I'm walking along the path here, it's doing a very good job of stabilising everything. Really does look good. I'm really pleased with the look of that on the screen. It's almost professional, which isn't like me. And it's got joystick control, so you can look to the left and to the right. Nice smooth panning action. You can do that slowly as well. You can tilt it upwards and around and then slowly down, or you can go a bit faster down. So the joystick control's really good. One drawback for me though is the trigger on the front. If you click it 3 times, it will orientate the camera, you know, use the back camera instead of the front camera, or switch vice versa. But if you're actually recording, you can't do that, and that is a feature I would like. Clicking it 3 times now, it's doing nothing. So that's a bit of a drawback, but they might be able to update that in a software update, hopefully. But it's not bad. Stop here and just have a look at these rocks. So yes, it's a great gimbal for walking and talking, or if you're just capturing footage of scenes of, you know, crowds or whatever. If you're at a protest and you're filming that, it's really good, because you can even in that crowd focus on a certain person and follow them through. So it's really good actually. Very pleased with it. See me bobbing up and down, but not the background. Now the thing with image stabilization software, when you use that on your phone, that will use something like your face to try and keep itself stable, and you'll get weird effects in the background where the background moves all funny. I really like this because it's I can even bring it to the side here and carry on walking, and the background just looks so smooth. Really good. And if it does end up getting out of position, the trigger on the front again, if you click that twice, it'll recenter and just bring you back to a normal position. So it's really good. The thing I do notice is you can adjust it around manually with your hand and it'll stay to where you put it. That's me adjusting it manually. But the problem with that is as you're walking, if you swing slightly, it can take it off the focus, but I suppose that's where you use the facial recognition feature. Again, that's only good in daylight though. Where it gets cloudy like this and trees sort of over the path and everything, it tends to lose a little bit of the focus on your face. It loses your face completely if it goes too dark. Like now with this, my face is quite dark on there, and the facial recognition would just lose itself there and be searching, and it starts spinning round then and searching for it. So could maybe do with a bit of an improvement on that as well. Another feature is to take still shots with it. Just going to do a panoramic of this scene here. Now again, you can use the joystick to do it as part of a film. Start at one side and then move around to capture it in movie. But if you use the photograph function, it'll actually reposition itself completely and take all those images. Hello.